What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I get my 10,000 steps in today. We back to 10,000. We did the week of 20,000, and ooh, man, I'm glad that's behind me. I ain't gonna hold you up. I want to talk about being handsome and the cons that come along with being handsome. And you might be thinking, Chris, you got to be kidding me. There are no cons to being handsome. There are. There very much are. And we're going to get into them. So one of the issues is, or the main issue is, how you interact with women. Women respond differently when you're a handsome man, obviously. It's mostly positive, but there are the drawbacks. When you're a handsome guy, especially when you're really fit, she's going to try to convince you that you're not as hot as you really are, you know. In many cases, the woman, though attractive, she's used to getting a certain amount of attention when she goes out. That doesn't change for her when she's with girlfriends, and that usually doesn't change for her when she's with a guy she's dating either. She's usually the one getting the bulk of the attention. But if you are her looks equivalent or superior, this is going to make her feel insecure, because she's going to feel like she's competing with you for attention when you guys go out. I kid you not. Women love attention. Women thrive on attention. We all know this. And when it comes to dealing with a man who's attractive, in most cases, the good-looking woman, she's just not used to that. So she's going to try to tell you, you know, you're not as hot as you think you are, or I've been with guys that look better. And she's not saying these things to be malicious, even though these are some, pretty crummy things to say to a guy, because obviously I am. If you found me attractive, you aren't with me because I'm ugly. So why are you trying to convince me that I'm not hot? Why are you trying to convince me that in my head I think I'm more than what I really am? I know I'm exactly what I believe myself to be, because that's why your ass is sitting here. But this is what they'll do. They'll try to convince you that you are less. So what does this do for her? She wants to try to mentally put you below her, to where you pedestalize her. You put her above you. This is what she wants. In many cases, they want a good-looking guy. They want an attractive guy. They want a guy that every other woman wants. However, when they get that guy, they really can't handle what comes with that, and that's the guy having an ego. They say they want a guy that's confident, but not full of himself. Look, the thing is that when it's a woman who is sure of her looks, knows she's beautiful, it's fine. But when it's a guy who knows he's handsome and knows he can attract other women, it's an issue. So there's all this encouragement of women knowing their worth, women knowing their value. I know what I'm worth. I know what I deserve. That's always perpetuated, right, when it comes to women. However, when it comes to men, we're supposed to do all these things to improve our worth, to be able to provide value for other people, because that's usually how we make money, providing value. So we're supposed to do all things to be more valuable, but somehow simultaneously be ignorant of that. So just think about that, how little sense that makes, or no sense at all. You're supposed to be some fit, attractive, tall, good-looking guy that's following his purpose, chasing the bag, just getting stuff done. You're supposed to be the type of guy that men want to be like and women want to be with. So you put all that effort into becoming that guy, yet you're supposed to somehow be ignorant to the fact that you're now that guy. It makes no sense. So when you get with certain types of women, and these are usually women that are really attractive, that, as I said, they're not used to having any type of competition, especially from a guy equivalent. Their insecurities about your looks, even though your looks is what attracted them to you in the first place, but their insecurities about your looks is gonna have them saying really stupid stuff, trying to get you to believe less of yourself. And this guy, he fucking with his phone. I was wondering if he was gonna fucking stop or if he was gonna hit me. He's sitting there playing with his fucking phone. Like, seriously, when I turned to the left just now, because I'm like, how close to me is he gonna get before he fucking stops? He had his phone in his face the way I got my phone in my face, except he's driving. What a dumbass. As I were. Oh, there's a bee. Thought I was gonna have to do some evasive maneuvers to get past it. Anyway, yes, it usually comes with women. They're used to dating guys that are physically, a point or two below them, in terms of the S&V. And so when it's a guy that's on the same level as them or a point or two higher, they're not oblivious to that. They're fully aware of it. So they'll try to take a guy that's an 8 who they've been dating, who they find to be highly desirable, and try to convince him that he's a 6. Now, there's a couple reasons for this. One, as I said, they're not used to having to share attention when they go out with a guy. And 2, if they can convince you that you're not as great of a catch as you believe you are, then the chances of you leaving them are lower. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to ever let a woman get it in your head that she's of higher value than you are, because she's going to start behaving poorly. If she believes that she's above you and that she can do better than you, her behavior, her actions, they're going to reflect it. So you definitely don't want to allow any woman to start thinking that she's higher than you, or if she comes into it already thinking she's a point or two higher than you, that's not really that bad. It gets bad if she's managed to convince you. All right, does that make sense? If the dynamic is like that from jump, you always have, well, you claim I'm this and that, but you still wanted me, whatever. But if you believe you're higher and she can get in your head and convince you that you're lower, you're going to deal with a lot of nonsense behind that, because now she's going to use that tactic to be manipulative in other aspects of the relationship. But yeah, this is pretty much the main con of being a handsome guy. I mean, you run into some cons dealing with guys too. If you're a handsome guy, guys tend to think, other men tend to think, you might be soft, weak, you can't handle yourself in a fight, those sorts of things. Just a stereotype that comes with a guy that's really put together. It's more assumed that guys that look a bit rougher are going to be, better fighters, better able to handle themselves. So there's that. But mostly, from what I've observed, is dealing with a woman and her insecurities over you being the type of guy that you are. So they want a guy that other women want. But then when they get you, the fact that you're a guy that other women want suddenly becomes an issue. I know it doesn't make sense to me either, but all is fair in love and war, I guess. These are just some of the unwritten rules to the game, man. I just be trying to share with y'all what I know. I'm gonna leave it there though. Appreciate y'all connecting with me. I'm gonna continue to do these steps. Thumbs up, subscribe, peace.